PayPal.
Ooh, what's so fascinating about this is if you're following Monkey on the trading channel, over on our Patreon, Monkey just lost his trousers and then some, on PayPal because after the initial earnings call, it really seemed like this is now go time. Uh, so Monkey had shares and a June call on PayPal. Well, lo and behold, a couple days ago, the CEO went to a big conference and basically, through, I think, to his credit, was very, very honest and said, one, he's seeing increased slowdown in low and middle class spenders. That's bad. That's not just bad for PayPal, but that's just bad for the economy in general. And he also admitted that the technological turnaround, the integration of PayPal with all of the merchants, that the previous administration was so inept that it actually might take them longer than he thought. And that they addressed the top merchants. I think he said 15 to top 20% accounts first, but there's still a lot of work to go. And so the reason the earnings call was exciting in part was they're saying like, look, we're growing. We're on the up and up, and we're now integrating with OpenAI and the other model. I forget what it was, Anthropic or whatever it was, right? But PayPal is definitely now proactively getting its game on in terms of not just stagnating. Regardless, Monkey sold his position because it seems like the turnaround will just take longer than expected. And simultaneously, just for trading purposes, Monkey had so many better places for the bananas that he made the difficult decision to say, I'm going to buy back later when the turnaround is now sort of more fully in swing. We now are our community, by voting for PayPal, is saying, you know what? It's still massively undervalued. And I agree with that because PayPal is gushing cash flow. It just instigated dividends and it's buying back its company at a rate that is actually quite staggering. So I don't think there's any debate that this company on pure financial fundamentals is undervalued. The only question is, when are we going to get that major, major inflection point? And Monkey was betting that's going to be sooner than later. Changed his mind. Our community is saying, no, we want the undervalued, financially sound company now, and we're willing to wait. That's how I read the situation.
All right. Very good. Go. I'm bearish on this. I just don't like the company based on my own personal experience of it. Go be doing that buying while I'm chatting now. Putting aside like my personal gripes about the company, let's just pick out some of the innovations that our nominator suggested. And a couple of these do catch my eye as quite interesting. So AI powered smart receipts, like that's pretty cool. That makes sense. Fast lane checkout, like personally, I think I prefer like Adyen and solutions like that are built like bespoke from the ground up. Agentic AI commerce though, and that like PayPal could have legs there because, when you come back to us, you can probably remind us about the nuance of that OpenAI deal. I think the announcement was like PayPal being integrated into OpenAI so that your agent, when you tell it to go and, find me like some new light bulbs for my office and you show a picture of like the blown bulb, then it can go and research, figure out what that thing is. The agent on your behalf can like find the best deal and then it can actually do the purchase and it's integrated with your PayPal. So it can actually, spend money from your wallet, presumably with like a, final authorization from you to say like, yeah, go.
And this is kind of up your alley too, Badge. They also announced integration with Google and their ads model. That happened early in September and the stock kind of shot up on that and then again drifted down.
Yep.
But even without fully understanding, call it the nitty gritty of how, I'm sure that relationship is very, very complex. To Monkey's simple brain, all I need to know is that Google, as the top gorilla in the jungle, has its say in who it wants to partner with. And the fact that PayPal and Google are going to sort of integrate their forces and say, if there's an ad, there's a way for merchants to profit from it, and PayPal is going to be the buyer button of choice. And obviously this is beneficial for both parties. For that kind of deal to happen between two monoliths, to me, is a huge, huge vote of confidence. Then it's just about the timing and how long it'll take to kind of spread through the ecosystem of sorts. And you, as a major Google shareholder and advocate, right, you might ask, well, what? It's an interesting position it puts you in. You love Google, you know they're amazing, and they're for all the partners they could have had, they chose this company that you're like, I don't like it. Do they know more than you, right? Do they understand the company better than you do, at least in this segment? I'm saying, yeah, obviously.
Okay, good. We own some PayPal.